I've got a feeling that I'm gonna be building exclusively cottages for the foreseeable future because of the new pack. So before Enchanted by Nature comes out, I feel like we need to build something the complete opposite style. So hear me out. Modern beach house. I want to have like big glass windows staring out at the water, maybe even a kind of minimalist furniture style inside. I'm just picturing the fairy pack having all of these like mossy, overgrown, almost like grandma style cottages inside with like loads of patterns and colors, which is like my exact personal style and like my preference for building in this game. So we're entering dangerous territory. You're gonna have to pry this pack out of my hands, and I feel like I owe you a modern build already, just in anticipation of it. I feel like it needs to have a kind of vacation vibe to it, and you know what else has a vacation vibe to it? A really comfortable mattress. Which brings us to the sponsor of today's video, Helix Sleep. If you're not familiar with Helix, they make premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to fit your needs and shipped directly to your door. I've been sleeping on a Helix mattress for about 3 years now that I actually bought because I saw a different YouTuber do a sponsored video for them, and I liked it so much that we got a second one for our guest room, so now I have 2 Helix mattresses in this house. I know it can be a little bit intimidating buying a new mattress, but they've got a sleep quiz on their website that is a huge help. You can answer some questions about how you sleep and they'll match you with the best model that fits your sleep preferences. Like personally, I'm more of a side sleeper and Dan sleeps on his back. We both prefer more of a medium mattress, and based on that, we got matched with the Helix Dusk. We also got the Glaciotex cooling cover for it because we live in Florida and there is nothing worse to me than feeling hot when I'm trying to sleep, especially right now, like going into summer with it getting so hot outside. Then they deliver it straight to your door. It's so easy to set up, and they have a 100-night sleep trial, so you can really test it out and make sure that you love it. I know not everybody's in the market for a whole new mattress right now, but if you're looking to make your current mattress a little bit more comfortable, Helix just released a brand new line of mattress toppers. My parents have had their old mattress for a really long time, and they just got a Helix mattress topper for it, and they have really been loving it. So if you're looking to upgrade your mattress, you can go to helixsleep.com/lilsimsie, and they're having a huge 4th of July sale right now. Everything is 27% off. I'm gonna link that down below for you and also put it as a pinned comment so it's easy to find. Thank you again to Helix for sponsoring this video, and with that, let's get back into The Sims. Okay, let's try and figure this out. I love that this lot is partially on the water. Like, it just looks so cool, but also it makes it kind of difficult to figure out a shape that makes sense. I'm gonna try and put it mostly on the water too, so that we have more beach space in the front, because then we can use that to put landscaping on. Okay, I have this vision of putting, oh dear, I think it needs to be higher, but I just have this vision of sort of like a multi-level situation out here. What if we tried to make like a fake pool? I don't know, is that weird? I don't know about this fake pool thing. I think that's a bit strange. We could still have this here, and then this could be like a slightly covered patio or something. We can have loads of glass accents on it. Oh, that deleted the stairs. Whoops. This is the spa day glass. I think that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for, is this sort of style with the white spa day glass. I'll obviously use different stairs than that, but just hold on, we'll get there. I feel like it needs to have a second floor for it to make sense. So maybe it could be shaped kind of like this. Let me look at all of the island living windows. We do have these ones, but I kind of want to have something that has like less of a trim. I like how the eco lifestyle ones have a really skinny trim to them. My vision for this part is for it to be like completely solid glass, like something kind of along those lines. And then it would probably have a platform on top. And look at this. We could put those crystal clear things from Island Living, like these little glass floor pieces. And then we have a really cool sunroom. I feel like it needs some kind of trim. I think I want it to be completely flat though. I don't know. We'll come back to that. We'll figure that out. If we do the same thing with the platform up top, is that too boring? Oh, I know I want to have this in the back. That much is a given. I think I'll put a slight platform just on top of it. Okay, here's another plan. Like a full glass box bump out right here too. I don't think that this foundation is good. I feel like it should probably just be white so it all matches. And we can swap to the Island Living staircase too, because that looks 10 times better. Although, oh, that has like a darker, yeah, let's just use the base game one. Okay, I'm now kind of wondering about having a 3rd floor, even if it's just something kind of small. Oh dear. I don't really know how I want it to look. I don't want it to be so completely flat, but maybe it could be something like this. So it's just partially up there. And what if the platform overhang was, oh, I don't think so. Okay, so basically the reason I had that thought was I kind of had this vision that maybe there could be like a balcony or like some kind of rooftop access. I don't think I want it to be the whole rooftop though. So I'm not really sure where to put it. Maybe it was just like slightly centered and like a little bit towards the front. And then I guess there could potentially be a balcony, not everywhere, but just in the middle of this space a little bit. Honestly, honestly haven't got like a single clue what I'm doing right now. Should this be a balcony too? No, I don't like it. I think I'm gonna use these snowy escape windows in the front, kind of like this. I don't really know what door I was picturing. I feel like we probably want it to be a little bit more modern. This one is from Businesses and Hobbies. I just don't know if that fits like the beach house vibe. It looks a little bit industrial. There is this one, maybe that's better. I'll also put some lights in here so we can split it up. Okay, would this just be centered in the back like that? And maybe these windows get kind of centered right here. Okay, here's another idea. I wonder if we scoot this whole thing over. Let me come back to the roof part. But basically, like, if the whole thing was glass on the side over here and there was like a 3-story glass box, I feel like maybe it needs to come out more, but then I don't really like it. I do think that makes the 3rd story make way more sense. And we could do some balconies down here, like not everywhere, but in some places. And we can kind of have like this small off-center thing upstairs. Do we want the glass there? I actually don't think so. I think I might just duplicate these windows and put them up top. I think the house is kind of weird looking. I don't know if I like it. Once it's got some landscaping, it'll come back together. Let's do a warmer toned wood everywhere because I don't really want it to be like so stark white unless it's better stark white. I don't know. I think it needs to have this. Okay, these are just like plain sliding doors from the base game, but we can use those. Should I scoot it all a little bit more forward? I feel like the whole front needs to be on the sand. Okay, yeah, kind of like that. And then we would put all of our columns around. Oops, that's in the wrong place. Okay, I think we definitely do need to put some kind of trim like in between the platform and the rest of it because it looks pretty weird. It just is made to look very strange with how the columns don't go up on top of it. But I feel like now it just looks intentional and cool, right? It's like multi-layered. Let's make sure we have the same thing over here on top of this pergola part. I wonder if we extended the whole thing. Oh, I guess this one could probably be extended, but maybe not the main one. You could probably go out a tile too. I guess I just don't really know how big I want it to be, but it's definitely fine. I want some kind of white texture on top. Maybe just this Businesses and Hobbies concrete in white, because that's a pretty stark white. All right, let's try and figure out the staircases. I am a little bit scared of the staircase situation. Right here is perfect because this takes you up to the top floor, and then there's enough room for a bathroom next to it. Okay, I don't know about this as a concept, but what if we opened this to the downstairs and we did it kind of like that? Is that open to the roof somehow? Oh no, go back. I didn't mean it. I feel like this part is a little bit strange. I guess the other option is that maybe the staircase could be like in there. I'm okay with the stairs being completely in front of the windows. I think it honestly looks pretty cool. I feel like it also makes this feel like a very intentional thing. Somehow we have this whole upstairs and it's only gonna be like one bedroom. I think that this might be a better way to lay it out because this is the bedroom, then they can have a closet, and then they have a long skinny bathroom right here, and basically this whole top floor is like the primary bedroom. I think up here, well, on the actual top floor, I think that this might be an office all the way up top. And then hopefully we can manage to fit an extra bedroom down here because I think that we need it really bad. We can't just have one bedroom. Okay, here's a new problem. Where does the kitchen go? Well, this might be okay because we have like a little entryway space right there. I wanted this to be the living room, but it's kind of complicating everything else. Maybe the extra bedroom could be like right here. This floor plan is really bad. Oh my goodness. I am like kind of regretting whatever I have done here. I mean, if I made this into a bedroom, that would solve like all of our problems. I just don't really want the full glass room to be the bedroom because that wasn't the vision that I had in my heart. But we could do it like that because then look, like this part could have the kitchen counters. Maybe I'd make this bathroom even smaller. The kitchen counters could be there, the living room could be here. I was gonna make that into a bathroom, but I guess it doesn't really need to be because we got enough space now. And we still have a lovely view. I hate that it keeps changing my foundation too. I have to go back and redo it over and over and over again. This should be fine though. I'm gonna put a window in the bathroom because the bathrooms are like stacked on top of each other. We can get a window that is the same in each of them. This was a really hard floor plan. I feel like I don't normally struggle this much with the floor plan, but this time it got me. Okay, I wanna have the living room face out. Like my dream is to have the couch facing out this door, but then we get some kind of cool TV stand like off to the side a little bit. Let's make it float. I think it looks good like that. So it's not necessarily ideal ideal for TV viewing, but the TV isn't supposed to be the focal point of the room. The focal point is the window, and I think it looks really good like that. I think I'm gonna use a bunch of stuff from businesses and hobbies in here. Like maybe we put this dining table on an angle a little bit, and then we get Dream Home Decorator chairs. So it kind of has like this white, gray, and cream color scheme to it. Oh, hopefully I like it like this. I don't know. The kitchen is actually kind of small. I guess the house in general is kind of small. I need to remind myself that. Like, this isn't some mansion. In fact, it is only 2 bedrooms. When I started building the exterior, I thought it was gonna be huge inside. Like, I was convinced this was gonna be a giant house. I could not have been more wrong. It is not a giant house, not in the slightest. Ooh, can I put this anywhere? I don't know if that works. Maybe that could be upstairs somehow. I don't know, like what if we put it underneath the staircase? This plant works in that corner, and then I could use this bigger one in this corner. That thing is really fancy. I think I will be aiming for a lot of plants. I feel like that'll be our main source of color for this place. Ooh, let's do these tiny living cabinets. Or the Snowy Escape one actually fits pretty well. Never mind, let's do Snowy Escape instead. You know what I love? This base game piece of art. I wonder if we could stack up like multiple of them. That looks really cool from upstairs. I just don't know if this is gonna bother you when you're playing, because it only looks good when you're on the top floor. I don't even know if I mind, to be honest. I think it's kind of fun. Unless it's better to put those over here and we pick a different kind of art for that wall. I just don't know. I don't know if it's like light enough. Is there any kind of wall decor that's like a big sculptural thing? I don't use a lot of that sort of stuff very often. Like this, that could be an idea. This honestly could even be an idea. Why do I feel like there's one from Dine Out that I'm picturing? I don't know where it is. Let me just search for it. Oh yeah, there's a couple from Dine Out. I was picturing this, but that is like way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. What if we did the sailboat on this wall? I always forget that sailboat even exists. All right, let's find a really cool ceiling light to put over here. This is gonna use so many packs. This is real bad. Make sure we get a trash can. Let me add things like a thermostat and a burglar alarm while I'm thinking about it. Those can both be by the front door. I think the front door could also use like some kind of doormat. Okay, this one is Refined Living Room, and it's just like a plain white wood panel. I'm gonna use that behind the TV. Then we can do like an actual white painted wall in most of the space, but we'll get a couple accents. Like I think this part could use another accent color, or at least some kind of accent texture. I like this Snowy Escape one. Just put that in a couple places. This room's not gonna have much going on in it because it's solid glass everywhere, but that's okay. I got some magazines. I'm also gonna put the drink tray on the coffee table. And then maybe in the kitchen a coffee maker could be good if we're trying to pretend that it's like a vacation home. Well, I guess you don't actually have to pretend. It can just be a vacation home because we do have that in The Sims 4. Do you think I can use a corner tub, or is that a bad idea? I would kind of like to have this tub up against the window right there. I guess we can't really have a shower in this upstairs bathroom because look how small it is. Like that's just probably not gonna happen for us, but we can do it like that, and that looks very nice. Speaking of this bedroom upstairs, let's start doing it now. I'm looking for a white rug, or at least, oh, see, like that's pretty good. It's kind of similar to the downstairs rug, but with a different kind of flower. Look. Okay, this curtain color is good because it matches the pillows, so we'll do that. I'm gonna use a bunch of tiny living stuff in here, I think. Or actually maybe Dream Home Decorator, because that matches. We can put a nice big plant in this corner. I'm using another kit. These ones are from Book Nook. It's terrible. I keep using so many packs. Okay, but what if instead of putting an office upstairs, what if we make upstairs into like a games room? Because I could stick a computer in this little nook in the primary bedroom, and like this is fine. We honestly don't even need a whole separate office for it. Like this totally works. All right, so this next thing has the potential to be a really terrible idea, but I think I might put laundry inside of this upstairs closet because I feel like you see that kind of thing sometimes in like primary bedrooms of really fancy houses, and it would be nice in your vacation rental in real life to have access to laundry because then you can like dry your towels and everything. It just might be annoying in game to have it, but it's okay. Primary bedroom closet has a washer dryer. I think this upstairs hallway is gonna have kind of like a reading nook in it. I feel like you can't put too much else other than this, so we'll just leave it like that. And then the top floor, oh, I can use this Dream Home Decorator picture because that fits pretty well. I said games room, and I was thinking like foosball table when I said that, but I don't know if that's super weird. Maybe they have a fish tank. I actually really like that. And we could still do foosball. Maybe also a little bookshelf. There's plenty of room to stand on either side of this. And then we could just do like some chairs in the corner. This would be so fun if you were on vacation. Okay, The next thing I was thinking, and this is maybe a bad idea, but I thought maybe there could be a hot tub upstairs. Rooftop hot tub would be so cool. Like, this is a dream come true. I should probably go through and like do the full exterior just in general, because I haven't put anything on any of the balconies yet. Okay, I put some plants in the hot tub upstairs. I actually don't think I should put anything else up there. I don't want it to be too busy. I need to move these lights out of the way so you can't see them from the glass. Okay, these little guys, for rent. Perfect for this. I'm gonna put a telescope off the primary bedroom on their little private balcony. Do I dare? Do I dare put a chess table? I think I do. I think we need it. It's not a Simsie build without a chess table on some sort of balcony or porch, so I'll put that there. Okay, well, I had this vision of this part having a built-in grill and bar. I guess I just gotta figure out exactly how much cabinetry we wanna use. I mean, actually, it just looking like that is kind of perfect. Let's think about bar stools. Those ones from Desert Luxe are so good for this kind of thing. So maybe I'll use the Desert Luxe kit bar stools. Oh, let's put a pizza oven too. I think I'll do a couple lounge chairs over here on this patio part. And then I think maybe this just needs a dining table. We can put a ceiling fan above it too, which might be kind of nice. Ooh, I'm gonna add these upstairs. Just those little lights above it. Yeah, I don't really know what sort of dining chairs to put out here. At first I was thinking Riviera Retreat, but I don't know if they're modern enough. I wish I had one that matched these bar stools. What about these? That might be okay. I'm gonna get a couple extra potted plants out here, and then I feel like that covers all of the exterior space. The last room that we have to furnish is this indoor bedroom. I think I'm just gonna decorate it with a second double bed because I really like that this has vacation home vibes. And I feel like the double beds are very hotel, which is good. I think we need a very large tree or like some kind of very large plant in the corner in here. This one is from Island Living, and I like that it has some color. You know what? I might do another desk and put another computer. I just see myself using that. I think it'll be nice to have more tech in the place. And I might even leave the room. I might just like have it be simple like that. Okay, well, we're almost done, but we haven't painted the house or done any landscaping, so let's do that next. I want some siding or like some kind of paneling. I think I would like for it to be vertical, but I hate how this one you can see the lines in between the floors. I don't want to be able to see the lines. And I think it needs more texture than this. The horizontal ones, you can never see it, but doesn't it just look better vertical? Oh, never mind. This is new, but at what cost? Cats and Dogs has one. It's not as modern though. You know what? Maybe I'll just use the Spa Day one. Let's just kind of pretend that we're not bothered by it, okay? Like play it super cool. We don't mind. What lines? I don't see any lines. It's totally fine. Okay, I'm using this wallpaper. This one is from Snowy Escape. I had it a little bit inside. I think I like the mix of textures. And then the last thing I want to do is just have like a plain white around this part, so it just looks like one big window. I don't want to be able to see any wallpaper in between. I guess I might do that again right here then. Maybe it should have like a really light color. Like what if we used a kind of sandy color? Oh, you know what? That honestly looks better because there's just a little bit of contrast, but it's still kind of light. I don't know if I like how the house looks like stairs, but it's okay. I never said I was good at modern builds. So for the landscaping, we're gonna want to put a bunch of plants out here. I love this palm tree. It's the best one in the game, so I'm gonna use that. Honestly, just in general, the Island Living landscaping is so nice. Oh, we can use this tree because it comes in white. What if we did it really simple like that and we just didn't put much else? I do need to have a trash can outside, but I'm gonna try to hide it. Like I'm thinking I'll just sort of tuck it away back behind that so it's just not as obvious. Maybe we could put a couple towels on the beach. These are luxury beach towels. We could use these in a couple different colors. Oh, I love the blues. Okay, so then they can come like lounge on the beach. How about that open book from my kit? Almost as though you were just like down here reading. We could put like the book and a water bottle. That's so cute. I think that's the quickest landscaping I've maybe ever done in my entire life. It never goes that fast for me. There's just not that much ground. Like there's literally just not much space to put landscaping on because the beach is so small. Let me just show you around real quick. So when you first walk in the front door, we've got this little entryway. Then you come into the full living space. We have a dining table, a kitchen, this little living room facing out the windows. There's the first bedroom downstairs and also a small bathroom. And then upstairs, we've got like a reading nook. I love how this staircase looks. I think it's super cool. And then we have the fancy primary bedroom. They've got an ensuite bathroom, a balcony, and laundry for whatever reason. Then on the top floor, we have that games room and access to the hot tub. Oh, and you know what I probably should have done? Outside, where we have our lounge chairs and like the bar and grill, I really should put some kind of access to the water. Island living does have boats, if we wanted to put a boat behind the house, but maybe a jet ski is more appropriate. Let me see about removing this. I might just try and place this without move objects. Oh, of course it won't work right there. I have those things. Okay, so it does work right there, which therefore makes me think that if I put it with move objects, maybe I can have this one right here. And then, never mind. Just don't. Okay, Kayla, just stop. Let's just have a couple of those, and then we can leave the ladder sort of central, I guess. That looks good to me. And then they have access to their jet ski. Okay, now it's done. I'm gonna put it on the gallery. I guess it's uploaded as a residential. I could put it as a vacation rental instead. I'm gonna call it beach vacation rental. Okay, it's up. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's definitely different than what I normally build. I like it though, and I like the idea of bringing my Sims here. I'm kind of scared to see how many packs it has. Oh God, 1 page. 2 pages and all of those kits. This probably could have been done with just base game and island living too. And it would have looked really similar. But sometimes you just need like 1 item from the Modern Luxe kit, you know? Just that 1 light. Okay, well stay tuned because very, very, very soon we can start posting with Enchanted by Nature. If you're kind of catching on to what I'm trying to tell you, very soon. So make sure you're subscribed, follow me on Twitch, and huge thank you again to our friends over at Helix for sponsoring today's video. If you're looking for a new mattress, you can go to helixsleep.com/lilsimsie because right now they've got 27% off site-wide. I'll have that link down below and also in that pinned comment for you. And I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow, okay? Bye, everybody. I really need to build in Sulani more often because it is so beautiful. It's one of the prettiest worlds, I think, in the entire game.